Hi, I am Christine O'Brien from Creating Calm Coach, and I help families have harmony at home by clearing clutter and strengthening relationships. And today I would like to talk to you about how you can clear the clutter, the physical clutter from your home. And so I'm going to bring up a little visual here. The first thing that's not on the visual, but the first thing that you need to do is commit to doing it. So recognizing that the way your home is bothering you to a degree that is a motivation, that you're done with it, you're not going to keep going like this, and that you're going to do what it takes to get out of the clutter. Because as you'll see, you need to stay motivated to complete the process. And if you're not committed, it's going to be hard to have continued motivation to deal with all the stuff. So let me show you my little graphic here. And so I call it the new way. And what it is, so you're committed, you're not going to stay stuck tolerating how things have been in your home, and you're going to do what it takes to clear the clutter and have a calm home in mind. And so you have to start with a vision. And this is where a lot of people get stuck because, well, first of all, you might just not do it. You might just try and bypass that and then just try and tackle the stuff, maybe with a plan or maybe just randomly. And so you might have tried that and things get a little bit better for a week or two, but then they just come piling back in. And that's because you haven't created a vision to guide you through the process. So something that's going to be so strong. So that commitment that you made, and then a vision of your big why, what's important to you, why do you want to do this? Why are you going to, because when it gets hard and facing the stuff in another pile, you're going to want to have a good reason to stay going. And the other part of that is just that life gets in the way, especially if you're a mom and things are happening and your kid gets sick or you go on vacation, you just get derailed off your track, and then you may or may not get back on track of clearing clutter. And so setting down and creating a vision is really recommended. And I know a lot of people want to skip it, their mind can't really wrap around it. But if you're able to really connect with a big reason to clear the clutter, maybe you want to move, maybe you want more freedom, maybe your mind is so cluttered and you're stressed and snippy and you're not being the person that you want to be, and you want to connect more with your family and go for bike rides or play games together or those kind of things, then that can be your vision. It can be really simple, just being able to feel present in the moment and feel happier and that kind of thing. And just taking a few minutes. It doesn't have to take too long. But I do know a place where my clients get stuck is that they haven't really slowed down to think about what they want in a long time. So their own desires are kind of hidden or foggy for them. So then it can be helpful to look at what you don't like about your life. So maybe you're waking up and you're grouchy, and that period of the day is challenging. And so then you can look at the negative and then flip it into something that sounds like good, like waking up and taking some breaths or having a little ritual in the morning that is inspiring and starts the day off on a good note. So yeah, really connecting with the vision and taking that seriously and understanding the reason why you do it is so that you can sustain through the challenges. So either being derailed from time and things getting in the way. And so if you don't have a strong motivation or why, then that will just take up your time and energy, and then you're done. And then the second thing here is a simple individualized plan. So there's a lot of books and different resources out online and in the world, and it has to make sense to you. You have to go through the plan that's suggested and see, oh, what do I have? How long is that going to take me? And really take inventory of your home and your space and what the hard areas might be. And side note, maybe calling them hard is part of the challenge. So maybe using different terminology of the places that you have some stuck, it's too much to deal with, the overwhelming spaces. Um, Kind of recognizing that it's all doable. When you break it down into small, doable steps, you can just keep moving towards it. And so I do follow the KonMari method. And so breaking things down by category, the 5 categories from the KonMari method. So starting with clothing, then books, then papers, everyone's favorite, papers, and then kimono or miscellaneous, and then sentimental. And just following that as a guideline, and then looking at what do you actually have? How much do you have? Do you have kids stuff too? And just writing down, or using the checklist that I have that I can, there's a link somewhere to get a checklist. But just have it written down and follow a plan that's you've modified for yourself. And it's really important not to bite off more than you can chew, as they say, where you're kind of overestimating how much you're going to be able to do in a certain time period. And so you need to just make it small, doable steps. And there's also another mindset here of needing like 8 hours, needing a full week, full day, like a full amount of time. And if you're a busy mom or human, it's really rare to have focused periods of time for that long. And so that can stop you from doing anything. So if you break it down into smaller time periods and you're not overdoing it, because then when you do overdo it, and maybe you do get half a day or a day and you're exhausted and it's gotten a certain amount of headway, but then it just comes back and then you're like, oh, when am I going to get another full day again? So breaking it down into small, doable steps that's individualized to your home. And so that is helpful. And then staying in consistent action. So part of that's, like I mentioned, having a clear vision, having a really motivating, juicy something that you're working towards, and celebrating every step along the way, and recognizing, oh wow, I just got through my clothes, like let me celebrate and feel good about my progress. And so just keeping it fun so that you keep doing it is important. And so consistent action, it's a big barrier here of the mental stuff that gets in our way. So some of them I kind of went over today, like our idea about time, our idea about overwhelm and that it's too much and it's going to be hard, and kind of shifting that to be more optimistic, but not overly optimistic so you can do everything really quickly because it can take a while to do it. Though what happens for my clients is that they've maybe been putting this off for years, and then they get into the program, and then really quickly things start to flow from a place of, just those mind shifts, having their vision and their plan, and being supported to take consistent action. So this is a place where you need a coach oftentimes, because all of us get stuck and don't recognize like why you're stuck, and then you're not in action, and it's overwhelm and fear and different mindset pieces that just consistently need to be talked through and getting you back in action. And so then you can have a calm home and a calm mind. And I'll do another video that is about clearing the emotional clutter, because that's how you can stay in consistent action, is to clear the emotional clutter. So that's the final piece, and I'll save that for another training. So thanks for listening to today. And if you are interested in more, you can find me at creatingcalmcoach.com, and you can check out, there's a free workshop that I often give, and the checklist I'll have to get on there too. I think it's in the Facebook group. Um, that's Magic of Tidying in Facebook. And yay, thanks for listening.